What's up, man? It's my birthday, man. I'm enjoying the last little 15 minutes of my birthday. It's like 11:45 at night. Today was amazing, man. Ooh. Turned 34. We ain't done smoking until we finish all 34 of these blunt stock. We getting through it. It's gonna take me a while, but we smoking. Oh, however, how are you doing today? We talked last time about that Nasdaq, but what I don't want you to do is forget about gold. We live our life like it's golden sometimes too. I mean, we love the Nasdaq. And like I said, I'm definitely gonna get that face tat. But outside of that, we do love gold. Do you ever feel like you stare at just the 1 minute? Do you do that all day? When it comes to trading in general, I know we care about like market structure, we care about liquidity, we care about gold back levels, whether it's the OG version from DMN or if it's the trifecta that you're using from Hobby. And my thing about that, right? What do you prioritize first? Do you care mainly about AMD first? Do you care about liquidity first? Like, what's the first thing you care about when you like wake up every day? That's like the question I have to you. Keep that in mind. Ready? Now, last time we spoke, right? We talked about the Nasdaq. Now, when it comes to like gold, okay, it's to a point where a lot of people freak out just because they think that um like it's a wildly super different way you got to trade, or they just feel as though um if you're taking the time to actually learn the Nasdaq, you're feeling like going to gold or going to another asset is going to get in your way, and realistically it's not. All right. Mm. Now, outside of this, right, we talked before about my favorite trifecta level, and I've talked a lot about your GIP. That shit is pimping, dog. It's the best level of the trifecta. And the last time we spoke about this, we spoke about how like we have that blue layer, right? Green layer. And me personally, I only keep on the get, but there's a reason why I want people to be more comfortable with your trifecta. Now, this is the thing, right? I showed you how on NASDAQ, right? Of course, whether it's on old GB level style, like the DMN, of course. Um, I talked before about how there's no like real difference between like what the information is being like shown to you. Yeah, you have two different indicators, but they're giving you the same information. Oh shit, try like that. Now, the reason why I only keep on my gold back GIP level, right? For my trifecta is because when it comes to like the other layers, of course, I can already see inside of market structure, when we are making liquidity or when we are rebalancing, you get what I'm trying to say. So like I totally get it. When we're speaking about like why I love this one only, like why I don't want to really keep everything else on the screen. I spoke before, just like for me personally, it's too many lines. And it's funny me saying that because like I've gotten so used to like the old DMN style indicator. But don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying that these are bad. You want to use all of them, go ahead. But what I'm saying is, yes, you could fully play around with the levels, right? So the reason why I speak a lot about the give and not so much about that blue layer, right? I love the blue layer. Like we definitely do a lot of work with that. Um, it's definitely going to give you the bias, right? Now, like I said, I'm somebody who likes to trade early in the algorithm. However, I'm looking to define that. Not going to go into super detail, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? If everything is math related, I'm looking to trade earlier in the algo. Okay. Now, speaking about a difference, slight difference between a gold and a Nasdaq, right? You notice how I'm clearly on like this 243 trifecta is why um the levels are I mean huge in between each line, right? So obviously if I go down, it's going to be smaller. Yeah. And you see how I get access to way more of these. I got more GIP levels, I got more blue layers, of course. And like I said, I mean, I could fully turn them all on. I mean, I can. I'm not saying they're a bad thing. And you know, for me, like I changed all my colors up. So I don't have the same colors as you. You feel me? So like green layer, right? You got rejection, your liquidity, right? LLOD layer. Now, it's the thing, brother, right? Internal range, rejection block, or balance. Now, all that is cool, right? So this is the thing, like we said before. This for me, visibly, especially like with my sessions on, this is just like a lot of lines, right? But like I said, you getting good with all this stuff, okay? Turning this all off for a second. Let me know if this is super hard, right? The reason why I asked you that question earlier about like what do you actually care about? What do you think the algorithm actually cares about? I'm not saying you can't be rocket scientist level trader. We are. However, you're going to realize over time, the same energy that you're actually using to learn how to trade and learn how to get used to your models or how to narrate correctly, right? I talk a lot about narration in my mentorship. You're not going to want to use that same amount of fucking energy all the time. I'm telling you, you're not. You're going to wake up and be like, bro, where's the fucking liquidity, dog? Be like, yo, I'm trying to connect that shit, dog. Like, bro, I swear, just connect that shit. Connect it. And thinking about this, right? I mean, it's no secret. We all know my favorite sessions. I can trade all four of them, but the typical ones that we're trading pretty much every day, right? We are there at that Asia, brother. Yes, I will slightly be up sometimes in London. Do I always want to just get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to trade that? Or like plan to only trade that? Not too often. I do have specific criteria for when I do want to come to a London, but am I doing that more times than not? No. I love Asia, trade that. And for me, like I said before, just the way I learned and taught myself, right? I got good with Asia first. Why? Dog, when I was learning ICT, right, New York was so fucking hard to me at the time. So when I got good at trading Asia, and I'm talking like on all the stuff that I like to trade, like I don't just trade NASDAQ. I like NASDAQ, I trade GJ, I trade gold, I trade EU, GU. Like I love other assets. And especially during like a Q3 or Q4 of the year, that's when I'll start to look more for swing trades or especially because I love trading options. But you see around this time of the year, I have more fun trading options. Not gonna go into why. We understand there's a difference between the quarters. But like I said, you not understanding liquidity on a basic level, or you not understanding. I mean, we could turn this trifecta on or off, but again, the information is the same. And I understand if you're new to all of this or new to trading, or maybe you've been trading ICT for a while. I understand your perspective of this. You're going to care about having 37 confluences at once. And you're thinking that's better for your trading. It's the thing. You'll have these days where you see a lot of context for what you want to do. That's cool. But my question to you, what do you actually care about so you can press the button? Like, what do you care about? Like, what's a requirement for the algorithm to move itself? Let's ask ourselves that question. However, thinking about our sessions, right? When this high gets taken out by this high on Sunday, this is, yes, a sell side turtle soup, of course. And so when you're looking down, okay, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Again, we start narrating, right? What is directly to your left when you open the week? What was parallel to you, brother? Like, what you doing? You see all that? This whole thing came up here, stopped in this gap, right? And of course, we're on an hour chart. So this gap is still going to be fractal compared to the bigger visual that you're going to have on your 4 hour chart. You get what I'm trying to say? So, are you not checking high time frame to low time frame? It might not just be that 1 hour gap that it's looking to refer to. So, when you see it's coupled with that 1 and 4 hour gap, nigga, what? Bro, we got 2 minutes left of my birthday. Let's get fried. Bro, I put so much wax on my blunts today. Oh my God. We got this nice little wax pack right now. I got African Thai. I got Afghani Hound number 3. I got basically all this Prime Wellness. If you're familiar, I mean, you can't be smoking no trash out here, dog. I'm not buying wax off nobody randomly. And this is my thing about the wax, right? I ain't gonna lie, brother. At first, I'm sitting here like, you know me, I smoke a lot, so I'm like, man, this wax ain't gonna affect me, dog. I'm sitting in the park listening to jazz music, talking to 2 girls, and I'm like, bro, I was so gone, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna hit me again as I'm speaking. So my bad. But it's my birthday, dog. We got 1 more minute of my birthday. You know we gotta turn up. Oh no, we got 10 seconds. Happy birthday, Jay. It was amazing. There we go. It's 12 o'clock. Excellent birthday. Now it's my birthday weekend, dog. You feel me? And I hate that question people always do, right? They're like, oh, do you feel any older? Bro, you already know. Black don't crack. I don't look a day over like 27, if I'm honest. Everybody I walk by today is like, what? You turned 34? You lying. You're not 34. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I wish I was younger. I really wish I do. Being 34 is way close to 35, and I'm not super into that, if I'm very honest. And I mean, listen, man, I'm not like, age being the like I get people freak out about like the number you turn, right? And the number gets higher every year, obviously. But as long as I can continue to really ride my skateboard, bro, like I don't really feel bad, man. I really don't. And the reason why I'm showing you this, right? So, however you're defining this, I'm just letting you know wicks do the damage, brother, don't they? So yeah, we kind of step outside that little gap on your 1 hour, and your 4 hour is traded above with just a few wicks. But what are they fully defining for you? We stepped into a sell side PD array, right? It gets rebalanced 3 different times. So at that point, what do you think they're really doing, brother? And like I said, this is what London and New York. This is just as you step into the end of Asia, going into London, and they're simply doing nothing but making what? It's buddy because Hoppy loves when I say like North and South Side. Like, especially like in my book or whatever, my second one, I use North and South Side a lot more than saying buy and sell side. I can tell you that for sure. And I'll go back and forth, depending on who I'm speaking to, of course, right? Because if you're new, it's not going to really matter. I'll use both terms kind of back and forth. But the reason why I'm showing you like this, the market structure first, before we even go into like your trifecta, is because I need you to understand something. Bro, if you're trash at market structure, these levels are not going to help you. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. You can look at these levels all you want to. But the problem that I have is you're going to go directly to just that blue layer and you're going to stalk that shit. You're going to buy and sell every single time we're passing through a blue layer. But the problem is, ready? What happens? Tell me the last time you tried some shit like this, right? You probably took cells in this blue layer, got fried by a rebalance layer, and then they sent that bitch right up. However, you're defining it, right? It's not just you looking at a random level, blue, yellow, and you know me, I love the white level. But I don't want you to be able to look at this thing and still be trash at market structure and trash at seeing liquidity to where like you're thinking the lines are going to help you better with the structure. Like you have to actually work on market structure. Does that make any sense? You can argue with me all you want to. But let me know if that makes sense. Okay. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you something. Now, we spoke about this. You got your turtle soup at the top, right? But look at the ranges, dog. And again, we're on 81, remember? Not 243. So when you're dealing with like a gold versus a NASDAQ, however we're defining this, you're going to use a smaller dealing range anyway. Okay. Like, I was going to use a certain word, but I'm not going to do that. Algorithmically, better word I was going to use. Algorithmically, gold versus NASDAQ, no, we're not trading like that much different, but they are different algorithms. They're not going to technically move the same, or I mean, mathematically, they're not the same. So, like, when you're looking at these ranges, no, they're not the same. It has a different ADR, a different AWR. We also have just straight up like, it's the same terms of like overall algorithm objectives, but you don't have the same actual objective from each session. You do get access to the same function, but you don't have the same objectives. We'll talk more about that later in mentorship. However, If you're somebody trying to get better at your trifecta, right? What you can effectively do, I know you're trying to get better at all of your layers at once, but this is the thing, and I know you're mainly a New York only trader, whether it be NASDAQ or gold. But what I want you to be understanding of, I said this earlier, we love New York. I get it. That's funny as shit. We love New York. I said this last time. Are you sure you don't want to be trading Asia and London? Are you sure you don't want to trade gold during Asia and London? Are you sure, dog? Not to say every New York in on gold is terrible. Not saying that. But what I'm saying, are you going to be somebody who's going to be more open-minded when we actually fucking move? You've been watching my channel for a while. You still thinking Asia sucks? Why? Why are you doing that? Asia is like a blessing directly from the heavens because and I think like back then, not to say it like that, since we get access to like such an easy setup pretty much almost every night, um, whether your understanding of the again the session objectives or whether your understanding of like the functionality, you need to get better at saying, you know what? I am going to not need 37 confluences to understand this thing. So when we take out a high at the top, no matter what, right? Basic ICT rules. What should you be fucking doing above highs? Hello. And this is Asia again. Sell that shit. Sell that shit. Man, I just be thinking about how I'm so blessed, dog. Like, I think about this all the time. Like, my students tell me I have like really fast processing speed. So, like, when we're trading together or when they ask me a question about the marketplace, like I always have an answer. And sometimes I'll be like, how did you not see this? Like, the narrative was so easy. And then once we go back over it, they really be like, you know what? Shit. Fuck, you're so right. This does not have to be rocket science. You can the thing about having different models or indicators or concepts, like you're looking to answer a question about the marketplace. That's what you're looking to do. So why do you feel like you need 47 confluences to answer the same question that you have about the market? How much criteria do you need to have about general direction? When it comes to your entry or exit drill, right? Again, different from a NASDAQ. I don't want you to think that we are supposed to just move, 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 move. You've seen plenty of New Yorks that don't move a fucking thing. They'll scalp it in New York. But this is what I'm trying to say. New York is not the only time that they're looking to actually move gold. Okay. So we actually bring it down to a lower time frame. And so far, I keep getting asked what my plans are. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What am I doing tomorrow? We're going skating. At some point this week, I'm going indoor snowboarding. Um, what else? Going to dinner on Sunday and just buying some new clothes. That's pretty much all I want right now. Do I need anything? Like, what do you get when you have everything? You can always get some new shoes. I love buying shoes. However, Thinking about the lower time frame, right? Is my thing. How are you actually defining for yourself, like general direction? Like, does that come first from you looking at the level and then you're checking reactions? Or like, how do you actually use market structure here? Now, not to go into detail about said functions, but I've let a lot of my trifecta students understand that if you pair a market function to these levels, like, of course, like a lot of people know how to trade optimal trade entry. A lot of people don't know how to trade optimal trade entry. Damn. But you get my point. However, are you somebody that is confused about just general function? Like, are you not sure what it looks like? Or like, you want to trade it, but you're not really sure? Do you feel that you get stopped out a lot still? Do you hesitate because they didn't break the yellow layer? Do you panic when they rebalance or make new liquidity? You might need to be real with yourself about where you are in your trading, brother. If you're still having trouble with market structure, I'm telling you right now, these lines, they're cool. They will help you. But that's not going to give you insight to like how far we need to go, or it's not going to give you insight. If you're terrible at liquidity, you're going to be scared to hold the trade anyway. I'll be honest. Does that make any sense? And it's the thing about this being like super dynamic, right? So if you're like again on the better side of narration, okay, you're not going to trip, doggy. You understand what this is actually being used for, right? Now, this is the thing, like I said, whether you're hip or whether you're not, dog, can you see a breaker? You see it? You see these breakers here, dog? You see it? Now, that's the thing, right? I can mark this one too. I can mark both. It's like right on the money, brother. That's the thing. If you don't understand the breaker, you might want to go back to my old videos. There's some basic level stuff on the breaker and mitigation block I've done already. But again, not understanding what the fuck the price is doing. You're going to keep coming in here and saying, oh my God, the bias, the bias, the bias. We're bullish. Oh my God, now we're bearish. Oh my God, we're bullish. Oh my God, we're bearish. Instead of talking about the bias every 10 seconds, let me know if this makes any sense. I tell my students this all the time. It's no secret. Is it bullish or is it just going upward? Does that make any sense? Is it bullish or is it just going upward? Are we really bullish? You get what I'm trying to say? And I'm talking like London and New York. You get a retracement back to some liquidity because you have an open gap here. However, looking at that, right? What do you get access to? Now watch, even if I drag it down. Okay. Now that's the thing. You can still like on any indicator as you're back testing, as you're studying, right? I want you to be able to understand, like, it's slightly different from the both indicators if you shift it up or down. You'll see a slight shift, brother. Now, again, the information is the same. It might, again, visually look different to you. The older GB levels have like a little swag to it. So, like, again, getting you good with this stuff years ago, it's not really hard to see like what levels and ranges that we're using on this one, especially with like the share prices being in your face, right? And so, like I said, if you're somebody trading gold, you're not going to do like a NASDAQ. Like, you're not going to need too big of a range. Okay. Like we said, brother, it's for you to understand liquidity a lot better and understand functionality. If you're somebody who's, again, if you're definitely trading more gold than not, right? You need to, not to say it like that. I mean, you don't need to do anything. You can completely not listen to what the fuck I'm saying. But I behoove you at some point, you might want to come to Asia. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you've seen why. And like I said, it's not like New York is like complete trash every day. No, I'm not saying that. But again, what do you get access to? Whether it's the old GB levels or whether it's the new GB levels, this shit easy, dog. You see what I'm saying? You have power three liquidity on the top side. So therefore, why are you not expecting the dealing range to complete to the upside? Yes, you're using the 27 for entries, but no, I'm not using it for targeting. Listen, man. Sometimes I'll be really listening to people and I'm like, yo, I need you to be more creative here. Oh, well, Jay, I stopped the trade here at the 27 because that's the top of the range. So why are you not trusting liquidity is my question. And this is why I asked you earlier. What do you actually care about? Are you sitting there so worried about the levels that you can't see liquidity? Are you looking at every single blue layer like you need to participate? Now, the reason why we're even talking about a 27 versus a different number dealing range, right? So let's say I do bring it up to an 81, right? Watch. This is what I'm saying, right? This is going to be your 27 entry if you so need it. But why would you be creative and go look at some of your other ranges? What are you going to realize? Whoa, real target is up there. Whoa, we've already experienced a low. So therefore, all I'm doing is practically watching my dealing ranges fill in. Hello, liquidity? Anyone? Is that important to you? Where does that move start? And like I said, you can fully just come to New York and get that. That's cool. To say it like that. I will see you in Asia. Now, transposing the 1 hour time frame all the way down, or transposing like a day time frame all the way down. Um, I totally get where like a lot of people really don't understand that there's other instead of just like a generic north and south side liquidity or whatever, right? Like it's not very generic. It's not very hard, but it's not just one style liquidity that we're just going to group together randomly. So the reason why I asked the same thing earlier in your other video, what are we doing here? Are you scalping? Are you going for a full function and looking to hold something? Why did you decide between each one? What are your personal goals? Are you on your eval or your funded? There's so many questions that I have for you. But you see, like when my mentor brain kicks in, and I'm like, I always say this. Everybody I teach is an individual. How I teach Mary is not going to be how I teach Ryan. How I teach Ryan is not going to be how I teach Jeff. Jeff's not going to trade the same way as Trevor. Destiny's not going to trade the same way as Trevor. We're all individuals. and everyone's amazing. But this is my thing, right? These concepts that I have, from my basic ones to my mid range or even my advanced stuff, right? I even always say it. Yes, I have access to all these things. Do I pull out the most insane concept that I have every single day? No, you don't have to. So why are you caring about so much information every day? Ask yourself that question. If you're telling me, I mean, again, you can have a legitimate answer. You're telling me market structure is still hard. You still need everything. I'm right there with you. I'm not saying don't use the lines, but what I'm saying, I need you to also be good with structure. I need you to also be great with liquidity. So we're not going to get confused, however you're defining this, right? And you're freaking out because you're thinking, oh, everything's so fractal. I don't know which range to look at. Oh my God, it's so fractal. I don't know what asset to look at. Everything's moving all at once. Oh my God. You need to stop freaking out and you need to light the blunt like I'm about to do right now. Listen, you want to make more money trading gold? Come to Asia. You want to make more money trading gold? Come to London. Come to Asia and London. Bro, I've been playing Assassin's Creed and I mean, it came out yesterday, but this game is so fucking sick, dog. It is so fucking sick. And Black Flag is the last one that I played as a kid. I let you know that earlier, but um, dude, I kind of really miss playing Assassin's Creed, yo. I really do. And we guys know, we know me, dude. I've been a gamer since my entire existence. Like, um, my first like system ever, Game Boy Pocket. I'm old, man. Game Boy Pocket. I had Game Boy Advance, I had SP, I had Game Boy regular Game Boy Color. I had all of the hottest Nintendo shit. Nintendo was so hot to me back then, it was crazy. I didn't own the PS1 until I was way older, but PS2, I had Dreamcast. I never actually had a GameCube till I got older. Never had 64 till I got older. I mean, I collect everything. But this is my thing. When it comes to these old style games, and I every time I talk about this, we will be here for a while. But like them looking to take away physical media, like Sony being super fried for that, brother. There is fried as somebody not understanding liquidity. That's like, why would you do that? Even if it's like 10% of gamers, right? Your real issue that you have for anybody out there trying to argue, like, oh, it's the future, accept it, accept it. Everything digital now. Ain't nobody buying no fucking this. Yes, the fuck we are. That's the fuck we are. And the problem is we're looking to preserve these gems, this media, right? The golden age of gaming is over. Tell you that right now. And I'm somebody who loves console. Like I love console, dude. Do you know how annoying it is to have to install this file, that file? Oh my God. I have PC. Do I play my PC a lot? No. At this point, I'm about to start gaming on fucking a toaster at this point because everything sucks. I mean, I love PC doesn't have like a tied um you can get games like DRM free, like on GOG or Steam does a really good job of just being the best digital marketplace. Um, but in terms of like preservation, that's what I'm really worried about. Them like overly censoring everything. Like you could watch a movie right now. How many times you've seen one of your favorites pop up on Netflix and now you got deleted scenes out the movie? It's almost like rewriting history, right? Jay, talk about gold. Nah, shut the fuck up. No, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. But you see what I'm saying? I want you to get to a point where you're caring about things that are awesome. It's not just us coming on and saying, you know what, man, trading has to be so fucking boring. No, trading should be extremely fucking fun. Like this shit is another video game. Why do you think I'm so good at it? It's another game. Once you understand the rules, you play by them. Marketplace only do realistically four fucking things, dog. Rebalance, erase, make liquidity, take liquidity, and make you some money when it's time to. You tell me what else? What else the marketplace does? Let me know. You can let me know. I'm talking like on a generic level, like on a basic level. What does the marketplace do, or does it not do? Got to say it like that, but it's only two ways to go, brother. You feel me? Now, as you're down here on the 1 minute, right? Yo, yesterday was my birthday. That's so crazy. I'm really 34. Like I'm really old, man. I'm very happy. I mean, I've accomplished pretty much everything I've wanted to almost accomplish by 35 years old. I'm a legend. I'm a legend. I love it. And it's the thing. Do you hear how I talk, right? I want you to have the same amount of self confidence. I need this from you. I need this from you. If you're not confident in your work, brother, then what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? If we're not confident in our work, then what are we doing? And like I said, I don't want you to think that we're trading like this terrible fucking price action or order flow. No. And this is what I said earlier. You get what I'm saying? There's legs for trading and legs for not trading. So I need you to just understand which is which, bro. I feel like Finding Nemo. Should we watch Finding Nemo today? We need a movie. We need a classic movie too. I don't watch the bullshit. Oh, as I sit here and complain another day about physical media being taken from us, as I complain another day about Sony, we love gold. We love the NASDAQ. And you know what I'm about to do? My birthday. Jay, you already smoking a blunt. You gonna smoke another one? Who am I? Who are we talking to? Oh, obviously, obviously. Look at my eyes, dog. What? Don't mind me. I'm just stoned, and I really, really love trading, and I really, really love um, all of the work that we've done so far. Like, I know the algorithm like the back of my hand, dog. This shit can't move without me knowing exactly where and why, and that's the level we need to get you to. Because I get it. You're going to be like, oh, well, we all have wins. Sometimes we all have losses, and I'm like, well, you're right. We do have wins and losses, but you can have infinitely many more wins than your losses. I don't want you to think that you can't be consistent here. And not to say it like that, um, oh, some gems for you as you come into mentorship that starts in It's the 11th of July now. Hey, the mentorship for Q3 starts the end of July, going into August. So, it's pretty much like that last week of July. So, um, I'll be on vacation again for a couple of days, but when I get back, we will start the mentorship and whatnot. We're still finishing out some Q2 stuff. And what I do, like I said, I blend the end of one quarter into the next in terms of mentorship. Because what it does instead, like I used to actually do it just like um we do Q1 and then we'll end and then actually do like Q2 and we'll start that. But the problem is, for anybody who gets done, you know what I mean if you've been in like my yearly mentorship or just been for either 2 quarters or more. What happens on that first day of the next quarter? Yeah, that shit feels some type of way, right? And then 2 to 3 weeks after that, you be sitting there like, nigga, fuck. Like, it feels like all the work that I've just done is just like, it helps. But like now dealing with a whole new environment and it, bro, the stress I've seen on you guys off that shit is crazy. Or you might not just understand at all that there's even an environmental change, like what that looks like, what that feels like, what that even means. Algorithms, that word gets thrown around a lot by everybody, everywhere. Listen, yeah, there's algorithms, there's AI in the marketplace, but that shit is not hard, bro. It's very limited. It's as limited as me picking up this controller and only having but so many buttons to press and get a reaction. It's only one action, or, you know, it's not so much your character can really do. You press left, he going left. You press right, he going right. The algorithm is fully aware of what the objectives are and what it needs to get done. So your job is to be in sync with algorithm. That word gets thrown around a lot. And so, like I said, everybody's a individual, bro. So you need to figure out what questions you have that you need to answer that day or that session or that week about the marketplace. Where's your objectives? What cycles are you trading? Are you scalping or are you full function holding? Why? Be intentional and stop being so fucking scared. Let the market do what it's supposed to do. So that means if you're somebody still trying to trade consolidation, expecting it to move for no reason, stop doing that. Trade actual expansions, brother. Yo, I be doing stoner shit like I be trying to light the blood with the blood and shit like that. And also, I mean, I'm not sure if you're hip. I keep using hemp wick. Like that's the little string you keep seeing me light on fire to light my weeds up and shit. And so just lit a blunt off a blunt. Bro, it's my birthday, dog. I mean, it was like 35 minutes ago. We gotta smoke it and we hanging out. It's a fun time. It's not super serious, brother. It's my birthday. Bro, that wax going crazy. I got wax up and down all the blunts. You think I'm lying? I really rolled 30 of these bitches. We gonna be here until either we smoke all the woods or we fall asleep. Like I said, I need to find a fire movie and a girl sleep right now. So that's why I got all the time to talk to you. When I say that's my girl, they don't mean my girlfriend. Let's put it that way. It's my birthday, man. Come on now. Come on now. It's a super, super good time to tell you a small story. Now, back then, right? I've always been this handsome. But it's the thing. Ready? You see what I said earlier about like, bro, black don't crack, dog. Bro, I'm 34 and I skate like I'm 20. Right? Now, it's the cool part. We talk about girls, right? We talk about being 30, single, no kids. It's different. It's super different. Like people ask me like how I spent all this time on the chart and had all this availability to do so to get to where I'm at now. What I did was sit there and not just study ICT, but you have to be able to challenge some of these ideas as well. So what I used to do, right, is when I'm sitting there and I'm asking myself like, not just that like, okay, I learned the concept, but I'm actually asking myself like, hey, like why is it doing this or why is it doing that? Right. And so back then, as I was learning, when I quit my job, bro, I only had one girlfriend, no kids, no wife, no real responsibilities. So as I was like about to quit, I only had $3,200 in my pocket. Broke, dog. And I'm talking like still had rent, still had this, still had that. So I'm like in my head, like, listen, like I've almost got my trade to where I wanted to be. And at that point, I could really make some lunch money. Like I was cool. But the problem was I was still like at like super kind of like inconsistent at the moment. So like I wasn't scared to quit my job because I knew that like, bro, I gotta lock in on this shit now. And the reason why I'm saying that to you, right? I don't want you to think that it's too late for you. Like if you're somebody in your 30s or and I again I shout out Earl all the time. Earl was my oldest student by far ever. And also, I mean he top three. What? Stop playing with Earl. Earl top three. But Earl being in his 70s, right? Still came to mentorship, still did his thing. He was like, yo, when he first came to me, his entries are where his exits are supposed to be, and his exits were where his entries are supposed to be. So I'm so glad watching him trade amazingly and more consistently now. He is such a monster. And like I said, don't let this all discourage you. Like, Jay, I've been trading for like 7 years. I still can't get it down. There's something wrong with me. And I'm like, no, it's not you. It's so hard because, you know, not going to say it. He who shall not be named. And, um, there's so much other ways to interpret the content that it feels kind of like he's, talking in parables, right? I mean, it's great training information, but the way you got to listen to those videos, I mean, sometimes it'd be so monotone too. I love all the videos. I mean, it's a lot of content. I mean, when all started watching ICT, it was like, God damn, that shit crazy. But the work you got to do instead of it being like so straightforward or, you know, you get taught all the concepts, but You don't really get taught like how to narrate. That's where I come in. And like I said, bro, if you really understand it, then why do you make it so hard for people? And no, bro, it don't take no fucking 30 years, dude. I'm 34, but dude, I'm only on my like 12th year of trading. I'm not that old. Shut the fuck up. But you get what I'm saying. I know you won't comment right there like, Jay, 34, so close to 40. Shut the fuck up. But you're right, though. It really is. Oh my God. But it's the thing. Quitting that job allowed me to really lock in. And me, I'm somebody who is not going to stop until I get it to a certain level. So me sitting down for that amount of time, right? I was talking like every day for years on the chart, dog. 7 to 12 hours a day. And those who know me, I was literally at parties on the weekend looking for breakers and mitigation block in a fucking mosh pit on my phone. Still had to lock in and clock in. Like, bro, this shit is not a game to me. We got to get nice. So you got to get to a point where you're like, yo, fuck this. I'm tired of making the same fucking mistakes. I'm tired of having these bad fucking habits. I'm tired of just trading at any time of the marketplace. Like, it's a time based algorithm. Why are you even trading at so many different times of the day and expecting different, like the same result? Ooh, isn't that like slightly the definition of insanity? But we're not going to get to that. Mm. This is my thing. Self confidence. Now, I never had a mentor, so my whole perception of like how trading's supposed to feel, or like not just what it does. We talk about that a lot, but I'm talking like how it's supposed to feel for the user, right? In mentorship, I talk about order flow a lot. Trading and not understanding what order flow is or like what it does, like what it means, like the concept of it, like how to use it. Brother, your trade's not supposed to look any fucking way. They're not supposed to look ugly, disgusting, slow, weak, whatever word that you can think of that's gross and terrible price action. Hey, my brother's online on PlayStation. My dog. What's up? That's my boy right there. But yeah, no, so what I'm saying is, like, if you're somebody who was just like me, I mean, no kids, no girl really. Like, I mean, I had one girlfriend when I quit that job. A little bit of money in your pocket, bro. Put that money in that personal account and do what you got to do, bro. I don't want you to feel like you can't do this. And if you especially have that time right now, you know what I mean? I knew if I didn't do it then, I wasn't going to do it later. I'd have got super busy getting married. I'd have been super busy doing this and doing that. Bro, do you know how much I lost? Do you know how much I'm not even talking about money, just money. I'm talking I lost family, friends, relationships over this shit, man. Like really trying to lock in and avoiding people. You know how hard I was to reach at that time? What? What? If it was not about fucking how the fuck we get better with these candles, I'm not trying to talk to you. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, we're gonna sit down and play some video games together, or we'll go skating or whatever. But dog, I'm trying to lock the in. That's why I'm telling you, I'm at the party at the mosh pit on my phone looking for breakers and mitigation block. Not time to sit around. I ain't got no kids. Got one girlfriend. Had one girlfriend. We not with that one no more. But you get my point. Okay. Now, how does the story get better? That's the thing. I never actually expected to get to like this level um with my skill set. I never expected it. I knew I'd be great at this. I've always been pretty good. But the better I got, I said, you know what? It's just muscle memory at this point. Right now, your trading experience is very voluntary. So you feel like you need to do a lot to accomplish things. You have to double, triple check things. You're not trying to um, get betrayed by the marketplace. You feel like the marketplace is um, responsible for causing you like, negative emotions. But I want you to really understand the algorithm is a tool. It's not trying to be against you. You need to get in sync and understand what these objectives are. The quicker you realize this, the better. And as somebody whose family did not believe in them at all with this shit, I'm trying to tell you. And now I take care of my whole family. Don't play around with this shit, man. It feels good. I can give my family anything they want at any time. That's what we do this shit for. Do you know how sick it is from going to like having phone calls with my dad, telling him like, "Man, I almost got it. I almost got it. I almost got it." I bet I try not to cry. And like, eventually telling him that we got it, that we finally figured this shit out. I never expected trade to change my life. Changed my whole life. I just got to log in. I want to see you doing better. And for him to call me and ask me, like, hey, we should find some trades together. That shit made me happy, man. My brother finally wants to learn. It took years of grinding to show these people that we could do this. You can't give up. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it, bro. That's why I'm telling you this. Watch. Most people are not even gonna get to this part of the video, but it's okay. It's my birthday weekend, and we need to enjoy it. We can't cry the whole weekend, Jay. What are you doing? But no, I'm just happy, man. I'm just so happy. There's not many people like me, my 30s, that got everything figured out by this, under 35. And there's one point in time, though, I didn't know what I was going to do. Trading found me, and life got way better. You just got to keep at it. And that's what I'm saying, man. Is you gotta enjoy the actual journey. I'm like by nature a more patient person, of course. Obviously, you can see this. And people ask me all the time, it's like, well, like, did it help like to get to where you are that, you know, smoking that much weed? Did you think that actually helps you? I mean, yes and no. Like, it wasn't a need, right? But it did help me ask myself some of these deep questions about the marketplace that I wanted to answer for myself. And it actually kept me calm through like a lot of my thinking and to find my routine, right? I'm an overthinker. But once you realize that, like, trading is like skating, it's like anything else or any other skill, it's like any other video game. You know how, like, when you play a certain video game and, like, at first it's kind of hard to learn the controls, like, you really got to think about it, right? You'll get to a point when you're trading, you are like your hands know the controls. You get what I'm trying to say? It's the same concept. And that's just how I feel, man. And like I said, I can't like the moment I look at a chart, like it's hard for me to see the wrong thing. It's hard. I love you guys, man. We hang out. So let me go, man. It's about to be 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go see what my girl doing. She was like, "Look at you, bitch ass nigga. You was crying." Yeah, yeah, I was. I was. But it's your tears of joy, man. Tears of joy. Like sometimes you really look back and you be like, damn, all the shit that we went through to get to where we at right now. Quitting my fucking job and really saying, you know what? It's time for me to really focus on this. And I'm glad I did. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I want you to be, don't do exactly what I did. Save up. Don't quit your job till you fully got everything down, brother. There's only so many Kobe, LeBron, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Jay. You get where I'm going with that. I'll see you later. I love you guys. I will see you in August.